just realized this. They now have Funko Pops for... What? Who's meowing? Oh, hi. Hi, Jerry. Okay, bye, Jerry. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I just realized that we now have Funko Pops for Captain America the First Avenger. These two specifically, which would be Captain America and Agent Carter. Wish I had those right now, just for this video specifically. Oh, hi, Hanan. Are you two just gonna come in here? What are you guys doing? Don't mind me, I'm just filming a review that I must have out today, because if I don't make my review series for Captain America before I see Captain America 4 this Thursday, I'm gonna lose my mind. Anyways, hello everyone, welcome back to another movie review on the channel. I would want to show off my new shield, but I'm gonna show off this one for these 3 videos, because that I'm gonna use for when I review Captain America 4. And I know I've done triple reviews in the past, but there's a reason why I'm doing these 3 specifically. It's because I've reviewed every single MCU movie from the Infinity Saga separately. The only videos it's missing would be my reviews on Captain America 1 to 3, Captain Marvel 1 to 2, and then of course Avengers 1 to 2. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for my Captain Marvel review plus the Marvels review around March, as I'm long overdue. As for me, yeah, expect my Avengers 1 to 2 review separately, of course. But anyways, with that being said, let's get on with today's review, shall we? So yeah, before I talk about my actual thoughts on the movie, let me talk about 2 things. One that's slightly off topic, and then the other topic would be my experience going into this movie, which was back in 2011. One, I was up late last night working on future MCU videos I wanted to make on the channel, like, for example, talk about my experience with the MCU. And technically, I am going to talk a little bit about my experience going into this movie, but for that video specifically, where I talk about my experience with phases 1, 2, and 3, plus 4, 5, 6, maybe, later on, when we're near the end of the Multiverse Saga. Those videos I'll be talking about how I ended up becoming an MCU fan, how I ended up seeing this movie in theaters, or which ones I didn't see in theaters, and all that, blah, 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 blah. So, stay tuned for that later in the summer. Also, I will be re-reviewing Phase 4 and 5 MCU movies when Doomsday comes out next May. As for old MCU movies, I won't do re-reviews on those. I think I'm good on re-reviewing most of the Infinity Saga. I mean, I got slight regrets on how I did those reviews, because now I feel like I know how to make a proper review. I think. I don't know. I'm still learning as I go. Anyways, with that out of the way, now let's talk about my experience I had for Captain America the First Avenger. So yeah, I probably have said this before on the channel, but I can only remember bits of my childhood that go all the way to 2010. 2006 to 9, I don't remember jack shit.
Language!
The farthest I can remember is 2010, where I swear I remember seeing How to Train Your Dragon in theaters for the first time. But I definitely remember this very well, because around 2011, I had saw Thor and Captain America the First Avenger in theaters with my grandparents. I remember wanting to have certain toys that Burger King was selling for when Thor was coming out. But I also remember seeing Captain America the First Avenger, which I just realized this. I have seen not 1, not 2, but all 3 Captain America movies in theaters. I gotta say, I'm happy to know that I have seen all 3 movies in theaters, and I'm about to see the 4th one this Thursday. But yeah, my experience with the First Avenger was interesting, because I only remember a little bit, but well, most of it, at least 75% of it. I only remember who I saw the movie with, which would be my brother, my mom, my grandparents, and my Uncle Wes. And I also remember having Captain America the First Avenger stickers when they were like doing merchandise, and I had stick that onto my plastic briefcase or something. I don't know what they're called, but the thing was plastic and I could open it like a suitcase. But yeah, I saw the movie at my grandparents' local theater, unless it was the same theater where I had saw Avengers Endgame, but I highly doubt that. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of Marvel, and Spider-Man's my favorite. I love all Marvel characters, but where we're at now, with its current state of the Multiverse Saga, I forgot how obsessed I was with Captain America. Not just Captain America, same would go for Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor. Thor for the hammer, Hulk for Hulk smash, and Iron Man just for Iron Man, because I loved all of his Iron Man suits, and if they were real today, I would love to have one of my own and fly around anywhere I would like to. And yeah, if you were to ask me which one were my favorites of the 4, which would be Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and Hulk, yeah, I couldn't give you an answer because I love all 4 of them equally, but I do remember having a huge obsession with Captain America and wanting to have a shield of my own, which I do now. But yeah, I didn't understand most of this movie back then when I first saw it in theaters. Now being older, I have a better understanding with most of it. Like, for example, the way the movie had ended, where Steve had woken up 70 years later and everything has changed. I was slightly confused because I guess I didn't know his origin story properly until, like, after I saw the first Avenger. I don't know. I don't know if I did a little bit of research before, or most likely after I had saw the movie with my family. But I gotta say, just thinking about it, as Captain America 4 is coming out this week, I kind of want to re-experience me seeing Captain America the First Avenger in theaters, but not just that, I honestly want to re-experience the journey I started once I became an MCU fan with most of the Phase 1 movies I saw. God, I miss the Infinity Saga. Those were good times. But I had wished I had stayed for the credits, because there's only one post-credit scene for this movie, and it was mainly a teaser for the Avengers, because once I saw this movie, once it was out on DVD and stuff, they played a trailer for the Avengers, and at that time, I was not aware about the Avengers. Hell, I was not aware that most of the Marvel heroes were in the same universe, more specifically where they can cross over, because I guess I am a big sucker for big crossover events. Because once I saw that teaser of, oh, Loki's alive, oh, wait, is that Iron Man? Thor? Is that supposed to be the Hulk? Oh my god, Black Widow, and who's this guy? Hawkeye? Captain America? Oh my god, wait, whoa, they're all in the same movie? Huh? What? I was losing my language once I saw that, because, in case you're not aware, I am a massive Avengers fan. Like, I am obsessed with the Avengers. I have been dying for an Avengers movie ever since Endgame came out, and oh my god, we're getting Avengers Doomsday next May. And they're also about to start filming next month. Oh god, I apologize for the man I'm going to become for when the hype begins for both Doomsday and Secret Wars. But yeah, more of my thoughts on the Avengers once I do a review on that, of course, which expect that in May 2025. But yeah, general thoughts on Captain America the First Avenger. When I think about it, I've kind of forgot how much I loved Captain America. As I've said before, there's a lot of Marvel heroes I love, especially Spider-Man being my favorite, but I've always liked to cosplay not just as Captain America, but also Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor. Mainly just for his hammer. Now, I don't know when was the last time I saw the first Avenger. I know I've at least seen it more than possibly 3 times. That depending. It could be 4 times now. But again, I don't know how many times I've seen this movie, but I am guessing the last time I saw this was probably 5 years ago. Hell, maybe a long time. Who knows? But around the beginning of the movie, I was loving it, and I feared I was going to end up giving it a 9 out of 10. But after I was finished with it, my final rating for Captain America the First Avenger will be an 8.5 out of 10, but it's a solid movie. One I enjoyed as a kid back in 2011. Chris Evans as Captain America can be in that category for greatest comic book casting of all time, with RDJ as Iron Man, or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And I gotta say, I honestly love his Captain America role more than his role as Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four movies. Nothing wrong with this role. I love him as Johnny Storm. I grew up watching the first 2 Fantastic Four movies as a kid. I'm just saying that if you were to ask me which role he's better at, it's Captain America. Which honestly might be his best role ever in any role he's done, whether it was Marvel related or not. But yeah, as much as I loved him as the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movies, I would prefer him as Captain America because, like I said, it's his best role. Now, the only negatives I could think of is that I'd wish Red Skull was a better villain. Plus, some of the CGI can be a hit or miss, mainly with skinny Chris Evans, but the action can be a hit or miss as well. I'm 50-50 with the direction style. It ain't bad, but has a weird feeling to it that I really don't know how to explain. But big negatives are only just for Red Skull being a bit of a weak villain and action being a hit or miss. But overall, I do love this movie. But the next 2 sequels are 10 times better than the first Captain America movie. But as I was rewatching the first Avenger, I was noticing some certain moments here and there that were pretty much callbacks to Endgame. And that had me thinking, I just love how everything that's happened in these movies, along with the other MCU films, were paid off in Endgame, as that movie was the perfect fan service for MCU fans. And one last thing I shall say. Steve Rogers, you're a one lucky son of a bitch. Language! Sorry about that. But with that being said, those are just my thoughts with Captain America the First Avenger. Be sure to let me know thoughts, comments down below. And stay tuned for my next review, which will be The Winter Soldier, as that movie turned 10 years old as of last year. And then after that, stay tuned for my Civil War review, as that movie will be 10 years old come by next year. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.